What if this is all just a dream? And we're just waiting in line to wake up? And most people think I'm insane. Once you realize that all the shit you used to care so much about just keeps you a prisoner of your own mind.
Woo!
Okay, so we resharing.
Yes, we are. Let's see, the microphone's good now. Everything's good now. We're not gonna play heritage. We are just going to just roll with it. Uh, Ty Reneé, are you ready?
I am ready when you are ready.
Let me get my face on. Being on what you know, we are ordinary people with extraordinary stories. I have Miss Ty Reneé with me today. Thank you, Ty Reneé, for hanging in there with me. I'm so happy to have you on. Thank you for spinning the block on me.
I had to, had to
Thank
do
you.
that, the skirt real quick.
Right. So y'all, we had Ty Reneé scheduled was it a couple weeks ago?
A few weeks ago, actually.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had a few weeks. Then I had
February?
it was
Yeah.
February. Then I had the death in the family, and then he tried to
Yes.
schedule me again, and I almost lost my life. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. It's okay. We here.
Y'all, the beautiful Ty Reneé. As you, yeah, you had a death in the family, and you reached back. I gave you some time. I don't
Yeah.
like to bother
Yeah.
people, so you reached back out to me and you said, "Ron, I'm ready. I want to
Yes.
come. I want to come." And then we just had all of this happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did. Yes, we did.
But what happened? So you had a death in the family, and then you got some recent.
I don't know what
Really,
happened.
really,
I remember waking up in the hospital.
what?
So like a lot of stuff I remember bits and pieces. I remember being extraordinarily cold. I
Yeah.
remember my hands turning white. I remember it felt like someone was squeezing my heart for a few seconds, and then they would let go for a couple of minutes, and then
Yeah.
they would squeeze again and let go. um and I remember my body feeling like it was shutting down, and everything else I'm being told by other people, and I was looking at my phone, looking at text messages and stuff like that. So I knew something was wrong because I sent out certain messages to people like, "Hey, I'm finna take myself to the ER." Um, and I talked to my grandmother, and when she got back to the house, she called the ambulance, and I was apparently coherent enough to say what hospital I didn't want to go to, but I don't even remember that. So how coherent was I really? Um, and she was like, they made me chew aspirin to try and get my heart back regulated. I have a heart murmur,
Okay.
and so I guess something was going on with that. But I remember waking up in the hospital. They were like, "Hey, we got to give you 3 or 4 different kind of medicines, a medicine cocktail to get you situated." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But apparently, I had flu A, which I don't know. I don't know the difference between A, B, C, D. Like they have an alphabet, and I don't know what the difference is.
Oh, so it was something. It was some type of exterior,
Mm.
something exterior that was working on you.
Yeah, I had flu A.
Okay.
I had my sinus issues, which all of that with the fever and the inflammation and all that stuff then started having pinched nerves, so I had, sciatic issues happening, and then all that mixed in with the heart murmur. Just it was a lot going on with me.
And through it all,
A lot going on with me.
you still persevered, and you
I'm
still and you still pushing. You
telling you,
still,
I have issues, and I'm gonna tell you why.
yeah,
Because I hate canceling stuff.
yeah,
I hate it. I hate it with a passion. So you think all this happened last Tuesday,
yeah.
um, or Tuesday before last? I'm gonna say Tuesday before last.
So two weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Because this thing we just got a house, so moved into our house on the 9th. I went completely down, and that was a Saturday. Sunday was the 10th. Monday was 11th, so I went completely down on the 12th. Um, I had the show for Sinatra that I was supposed to be in that Friday.
Yeah, I remember you
Mhm.
you writing that you
I was
canceled
supposed
that.
to be in
Yeah.
that show. That Thursday, I was hitting my manager like, "Hey, I'm really trying to convince myself not to do this because I hate canceling."
Yes.
And even the day of, I hit my bro D2G Squadron. Hey, reflective music all day. And I hit him up and I hit up my manager Andre. And I was like, so I'm really trying to convince myself not to do this. And 2G was like, "Do you hear yourself right now?" I said, "Yeah," but he was like, "No, not. This is what we're not going to do."
Yeah,
And my manager, he was like, "So you sending that email or am I? Because I have no problem." And those two, they keep me so sane
that's
through
good. Yeah.
everything. And both of them were like, "We have no problem. I I want you to show up to that show. I dare you to show up to that show. We have no problem going to that show, drag you off that stage, and you back in the bed. I try me if you want to." I say, "Now let me make this post
Yeah.
real quick because I ain't got time for y'all."
We's are always better than me's. I
This is
love,
true.
yeah, we that's why I got my team over here. They just kept me from freaking out
They
because
did. I love his
they
team, y'all.
did.
His team is awesome. I
Yeah.
love his team.
I got Smooch back here telling me what did he call me? He said I was uptight and light skinned.
Yeah.
Or what did he say? I'm being aggressive.
Light skin
I'm
and
being
aggressive.
I'm
I
being
said,
light
"You
skinned
gotta
and
pick a
aggressive.
struggle. Gotta pick struggle."
I got Mary back here staying calm and I got Jeff telling me, "Hey man, just calm down." Just he telling me the technical side,
Yeah.
and I'm freaking out because you drove an hour and a half to come over
It don't
here,
matter. I started
and
praying, so it don't
right,
matter.
you did, you
I
did,
started
you
praying.
did, and
It
then
don't
you
matter.
made me start praying because we both you believe you're a believer.
If I don't know
Yes,
how to do
yes,
nothing else, I will start praying
yes,
on
yes,
somebody, on some situation.
yes, yes. So when you were going through your issues, I'm glad that you had a team. Are
Yes,
you married?
yes, yes,
You are married.
yes.
Okay. So you did. I did not know you were married.
Hmm.
Bro, let me stop trying to hit on Tyra. Forgive me.
I can't. I'm leaving.
No, she
I
said I'm
can't. I'm
leaving.
leaving.
No, I'm messing with you. So you're married, so you have so at least you have some type of support
Mhm.
there with you. Okay. That's always a good thing. Somebody there to kind of take a little bit of the pressure off.
Yeah.
But I know, man, women be going hard,
Yeah.
like black women especially, like
We do.
y'all machines out here.
We do.
So you singing, I know you have children,
I do.
taking care of children, you and of course the biggest thing you have your I guess I shouldn't say bigger than your kids, but you have your music career.
I have. Yes. I have kids. I have work. I have music. I have.
Work,
My,
yeah.
yeah, I got work. I have my grandparents. 'Cause my mom passed 12 years ago, so
Oh,
I
okay.
have my grandparents. I have, yeah,
do you do
I got.
you do you know that you should probably slow down?
I yeah. Um. Well, what happened was I be, and then yeah.
You do. Yeah, slow down. You gotta
Yeah,
you
this was a wake up call. I'm not even gonna
yeah.
lie. Tuesday was a wake up call for me. It
That's
was.
I'm glad.
It
I'm
was. It was a
glad.
wake up call for me. Because I would. So I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for myself, right? And then it's like, okay, we're gonna take a real beat, and we're going to actually look at yourself. And are you really being honest with yourself? Have you really been doing what you're supposed to be doing? And I have not.
Yeah.
I have not been resting. I have not been. I just haven't. And so I
Sometimes
got to work on that.
yeah, and it's sometimes it's God trying to get our attention
Yeah.
because we don't need to be doing every little thing, and I'm learning to take my wins and accept my losses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you accept them because what happens is you're sometimes we just not supposed to be doing stuff and we just try to do too much.
This is true.
Yeah. And
This
you
is true.
I had trouble here not last week. Well, it was like last week. It was
Yeah.
yeah, 2 Fridays ago.
Yeah.
And he sat here and said that he took 10 years out of the game. And he basically said, "Man, I slowed down so I could go faster." And sometimes
10 years,
I'm
right?
learning that fine art of slowing down so I can go faster. Not I be trying to do way too much. Smooch, what Smooch is saying? Uh, slow
Smooth,
is smooth, slow
slow
is
is smooth,
smooth,
fast.
and
Yeah, slow is smooth, fast. Yeah.
smooth is fast. Slow is smooth. And so slow is fast. Is that I like algebra. But honestly, slow is fast.
It
Sometimes,
is.
especially when
It is.
you moving, uh, you sometimes going slower will help you to move leaps and bounds instead of you going over here, going over there,
Yeah.
going right here, going right there, and because you can concentrate on your one move better.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's better to slow down. You are a songstress. How long have you been singing?
Oh, so the cliche thing is I started in the church.
Oh, of course,
Of
yeah.
course, I'm a church baby. I'm a preacher's grandbaby.
Oh, really?
I am.
She was bad.
I was not bad. I was curious.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
That's-
curious and adventurous. It's not bad. Okay. But yeah, no, started in the church. And I have a family of singers. My mom sing. Well, my mom was singing. My grandmother sings. My God, cousins, the uncles. Yeah, we just a singing family.
so everybody sings.
Yeah.
What caused you to step out there and s- do it as a career, or
Um.
potentially do it as a career?
So, so in high school, I was a senior in
Okay.
high school, almost out of high school, and um, I was dating this guy, and his brother did music, and it's like, I want to introduce you to my brother. Da, da, da. He did music too, but it's like, I want to introduce you to my brother, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. So he introduced me to this guy named Smoke and another guy named Andre
Okay.
Simmons,
They
and
sound like producers smoking Andre.
and they I got introduced to them, and then I told them, I was singing at the school for, I want to say it was like a Black History thing, or it was for something. And so they came out and they saw me sing, and it just kind of went from there.
Did you notice that the studio vibe is different from from singing? Yeah,
What is so hilarious? So the first time I went to the studio was my mom. She was so big with making sure that I was taken care of.
yeah. Nobody's gonna take advantage of you. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when we went to the studio, and we had a few people there,
Okay.
and my mom gave everybody nicknames. So we had one guy named T'Challa. She called him Chichia. Um, we had it was a guy named D Train, and I want to say she called him D Payne or D Wayne or something. And but that was my mom. Like, she was everybody's mom.
Yeah,
She was so funny. She was so loving.
yeah.
And I remember my graduation, when I graduated from high school. She invited people, over to the house because I had a whole graduation party, whatever. And I was in the basement. Apparently, D Train that came to the house, and I had my family up there, my mom, my godmom, all them. And he came in, wrong thing to do, but he was like, I'm her manager. I was like, what? You who?
I'm the one that
You?
managed.
Oh no,
You ain't
oh no,
managed.
come sit down. You finna have this roundtable discussion with all of us at this point. But it went from there, and I was fine with being in the background.
Mhm.
I like the background. It's safe, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, no, we got some songs for you. You gonna go ahead and sing them. And I said, okay, fine, whatever. But I have the worst stage fright.
Really?
Even to this day, I get so anxious. I have anxiety attacks before I go on stage.
Are
Like,
you serious?
it's yeah, it's bad.
Wow. Oh, what do you think is over? What does it have to do with?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I'll before I go on stage, I'd be like, oh my God, am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna do okay? And I combat that with like trying to be goofy. But it's like when I get on stage to go ahead and like sing my first note, it's like a switch
Mhm.
goes on, and then I turn into, like, I always say Ty Reneé is a character. It's I'm not Ty Reneé all the time, 100%. Like, you'll get Ty, you'll get Niecy, but Ty Reneé, you ain't gonna get Ty Reneé every day, because
Right.
I have to perform,
Yeah.
and that's honestly, it's tiring.
I bet. Yeah.
It is so tiring.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet.
And so a switch turns on, and I go into this mode, and then as soon as I get off the stage, I'm like, did I do okay? Are you sure that was okay? Crap, I should have did this. Oh crap, wait, let me hear that back again. Oh dang it, I should have did this, and oh, I heard that crack, y'all didn't hear, but I heard it. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Ty Reneé exudes a lot of confidence. Watching that video,
yeah.
Ty Reneé is very sexy. She is uh, like I said, confident. She out there. She out there. Because after I watched that video, and then I see you come in and you're like, oh, let me stop rocking. You just said that
I did.
just before
I thought
you
you
sitting there
said
like
it.
this.
I literally
I'm
walked away
like,
from
wait,
a
yo,
session
wait a
mama.
minute. That's not
I'm
who I
like,
just seen in
let
that
me
video. She was in the
stop
tub
rocking.
like this.
True story. I tried to hide that video from my daddy.
Oh.
I tried to hide it from my daddy, and because my sister's in the video too. My little sister,
Yeah.
she's in the video too. I tried to hide it from my daddy, and I got a phone call.
What he say?
It was like, hey, how you doing? Hey, Daddy, what's up?
I seen your video.
So you doing your music thing and everything. So what the hell you talking about? So you gonna work for it? I said, huh? What happened now? He's like, how come you ain't seen? Why did you
What you
watch
working
that?
for? what
What
you
you
what
that
you
for?
what you working for?
Got that call from my daddy. I tried to hide it from my grandma because again, my grandma's
Oh,
a pastor.
yeah.
Tried to hide it from my grandma. I said, Grandma, don't watch that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't even do that to yourself.
Don't do it. You can watch, baby. I'm ready.
Right.
Work for just pass me by, oh gentle Savior. And she said she was on YouTube and it came up. And because it came up,
Yeah.
it starts off all wholesome
Yeah.
stuff, and then
Yeah.
I was like, why didn't you just scroll on by? She said she started it. She said she started watching it, and then the stuff came on. She said I didn't know what else to do. I just started praying.
Like you was actively doing that right there. like that's your life. Lord help her. Lord.
What you
Look
start
at her,
praying
Lord.
for? What was you praying for, honey?
And it's not like it's bad like that. You know,
It's
it's
not. I feel like
yeah.
it's very tasteful now,
yeah.
but the thing is, people don't see me in that. Like, I am a prude. Okay, I am a prude. It took a lot of convincing to do that song.
Right,
Number
okay.
one, it took quite a few libations to do that vision. Okay, it took me a lot because I'm not. I'm not out there like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I know how to be sexy. I know how to whatever,
Mhm.
but that's not me on an everyday basis. Like, I was just having a conversation with somebody. They're like, you never wear heels. Like, well, I like my J's. They're comfortable. I'm a tomboy. That's what we do.
Right.
But I looked at my closet. I'm like, I do have a lot of heels. Ooh, I should probably bring those out more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna wear some heels. So when I did the show Friday, I brought out one of my heels, and then even coming here, I'm like, should I wear heels? Nah.
See,
I
you said
had y'all
I like
Friday.
those. I like
I had
those.
y'all Friday.
That's
Let me.
dope. Yeah. No, I like those. I share a lot of with my show with my parents, and so Trevor, we had some man again technical difficulties. Man, we gonna learn. I'm gonna get somebody, uh, but I showed my mom. She was like, you have those guys on there. I was like, yeah. I was like, here, I got his video, and I had my iPad. I had not. I've heard the song, and maybe I've seen the video, but I never really looked at it. And so I took the iPad, pressed play, flipped it around, and I watched my mom's face. She said, I don't want to see this mess.
Yeah.
I said,
That man free.
and I turned it around. I turned it back around. I said, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, look, let me tell you something. Work for it wasn't it wasn't
It
that
wasn't.
bad.
It was not
It wasn't that bad.
I ain't gonna
Trouble,
lie.
you real nasty, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Some of them scenes ain't work for it because the director that will show you some of the cuts and stuff like that, and even some of the scenes, I was like, take that out.
Oh, really? Oh, it's some outtakes.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Is that a lip slip? Take that out. Yeah, yeah.
They was just gonna leave it in, huh?
I was
Yeah,
like, nope, take that out.
yeah.
Nope, take.
So is that Ty Reneé?
You know what? They ah Ty Reneé is apparently the Janet Jackson of the label.
So you, and I don't know. I don't think we were able to get it up to well,
It
pause. We weren't able to cue it up.
well,
but we had a video of you,
yeah.
and you said that
I was
that
performing a Janet Jackson song. So
yes.
funny thing about that is Reese from Three Piece. He was like, I'm gonna start calling you Lil Janet. They saw me perform, and it's the shirt for me.
Bro, why?
It's the shirt for me.
Why?
Um, I decided to perform. Shout out to Stax, the realist. She gave me opportunity to perform in Milwaukee, and she had Three Piece come out,
Mm.
and oddly enough, I had actually just went through a major surgery like 3 weeks prior to.
Really?
So I'm telling you, I hate canceling stuff. And even people, they was like, "You should not do this." I'm like, "I'm good. I got this." And Three Piece gonna be there. What?
This is my lucky break.
Going
I
to
don't
do
care.
this.
Right.
And so I did a few songs actually. I did Work for It. I did You Forgot, and I did Last Night. By the time I got to You Forgot, I have the video where you see me turning around a lot.
Hmm.
And I'm turning around because that pain is starting to hit me now. That pain is starting like, hey, sit your ass
Right.
down.
I don't know what you thought you was doing.
But it's like I couldn't stop. So I'm like, okay, well, let me turn around. Let me do some, little booty shake, whatever, to get them so I can compose myself.
Right.
Um, but I was doing Work for It. And I don't know, like I said, I go somewhere when I perform.
Yeah.
And it's amazing and it's fun and it's freeing. And when I got off the stage, and I did not realize this until later on, um, I was the only person that Three Piece actually came up to the stage to watch me perform.
Really?
I was the only one out of everyone that performed there, and there was a few acts there. But out of everyone, they stopped and they came up to the stage to watch me perform.
That's dope.
And Darrow, he was like staring at me intensely, and I'm just like, okay, it's a little too intense. I gotta break this up because hey, you're making me nervous.
Right.
And so while doing You Forgot, I went up to him and I started playing with his chain, and then I kind of dropped it because You Forgot is it's a nigga, don't act like you want to know who I was before we got together,
Right.
baby. I'm a
Right.
savage. I'm more of a
Right.
savage than you. So
Don't let the love fool you.
this ain't that.
Right.
And it was a part of that song. And so I walked up to him all nice and sexy like, and grabbed his chain and looked him in his eye, dropped the chain, and just walked off on him because I needed to break that up, and it made him look down, and I'm like, yes. But when I got done with it though, Reese was like, "Yo, you Lil Janet, you a Janet Jackson type.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your name finna be Lil Janet from now on."
I'm gonna start calling you that because you are you. I love Janet Jackson, and you do kind
I
of
do
yeah.
too.
You got.
I
I went to
Janet Jackson.
man. Have you ever gotten to see her?
I sure have.
Yeah.
I sure have. I
Oh
was in the
dang! I was gonna
trunk.
try to one up you because I finally got to see Janet Jackson. I went to Atlanta for 50 years of hip hop, and Janet Jackson. We was all like starstruck with Janet Jackson. And then she brought J. Cole out, and everybody forgot about Janet Jackson. But she is dope.
I,
She is
I
dope.
I was on the ground. I was on the floor, and I was right there, and she was right there, and I said,
Ooh,
"Ooh, ooh, if I could just touch the
ooh,
hem. If I
wow.
could just touch the hem. Oh, if I could just touch the hem." She started singing not All For You, but it's on the I want to say it's on the All For You album, but it wasn't All For You. She started singing "Come On Get Up," baby. I was in the aisle doing that choreography.
Look-
They was like, "Why don't you get up there with it? Don't
oh,
test me."
You was there for
Okay,
the dancing. See,
don't
women like
don't
Janet
test me.
Jackson. Women like Janet Jackson for a whole different reason than men like Janet Jackson. We appreciate the art, but she Janet Jackson because I think most men, our favorite song is that, baby.
That
When you hear
would you
that,
mind?
yeah.
Honestly, I've actually started doing when I do work for it now. Like there's like a little dance thing in the
Word.
beginning now. Yeah, there's a little dance
You
thing that when I do it live. There's a little dance thing in the beginning now that I do. So I do it like my little real sexy thing or whatever else, and then while I'm performing it, I'll pick out different guys in the crowd, or I'll just go to one guy and her doing how she does with Would You Mind.
hmm
That's what I think about when
Yeah.
I'm performing work for it.
Okay.
Like let me give somebody an experience. So I may do a little 1 2. I may do a little
I'm gonna be respectful
go
today.
down and pick it up
That kind of cues up my next
slow.
question. How do significant others feel
I
about
gotta get a show. I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. I gotta entertain. Um,
woo. Hey, we got some comments. we, got, we got a couple.
that is oh no, we got more than a couple. Hey
Yeah.
y'all. Hey.
We got trouble. Trouble said, hey, fella, get this D.
Hey
Was
boo. Boots. I thought I was heels now. I thought we said I upgraded to heels, not boots. You know what? But I don't wear heels often, so
you,
okay, that's
yeah,
fine.
okay.
That's fine. Funny, they saw me when D Smith met me. It was at the Wild here, and I had messed up my foot, and so I had the boot. Okay, I had a boot on my foot, but I was still up there. I performed work for it that day
You
too.
don't quit, do you? You just leg broke. I don't care.
My foot was
Got
jacked
in an
up.
accident, lost my arm, time to perform.
My foot was jacked up, and that boot
we
was heavy.
really
Oh, that thing was heavy, child. It was it was the
yo
real deal boot. Like
re-
it came up to like I think like right
you
here,
had
and
the air joint
I
on like that.
did.
You got that the one you got to
I
pump
did
up.
with the pump up. Yes, the
Uh,
pump it up boot. I had the pump it up boot. And there was Trosh because I had actually asked Trosh, "What's up, baby?" I actually asked Trosh like, "Hey, we have a show at the promontory. Can you feel like coming out and doing something?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Cool, bet. If you need me to do something, let me know." He was like, "Hey, matter of fact," I said, "Oh, bet." I'm there.
and your foot was messed up when you said yes. Oh, wow.
I said, "I'm gonna make this look
Wow.
cute. I'm
Wow.
gonna make this." So I made sure I matched my outfit with the boot. So I had the black shirt on. I had the little cargo pants you dig on. Then I had the boot, and the boot was black and red. And so I had the little black. It was a black blue jean jacket. It was half jacket. But yeah.
I tell you what, y'all artists make me feel like I ain't doing nothing. Like every time, every time I have a musical artist sitting here next to me, like I always, like I'm like, man, y'all working real hard. I be like, man, I ain't edited today. That's all I gotta do is edit. When I sit here and listen to y'all, like your foot broke and you going out on the stage. Trouble was talking about going to a performance and staying out to 3 in the morning, then gotta be at work at 6. I think Troche said that.
I've done
Gotta
that
be.
too.
Oh my God! I
I've
went to
done.
Smooch's show. I wanted to die the next day. My heart,
I've done.
my heart
I've
was
done
pumping
that.
fast.
Nope. I've done that. I was pregnant as all get out, and I was
What?
still performing. Matter of fact, I
What?
went on a road trip with my second child. I was super
Did,
pregnant.
you didn't do the Janet Jackson?
I did not. I did
Okay,
not. I did not.
not
I did not.
pregnant.
That was
You
before the
know.
album. That was before I went solo. Before I went solo, because I'm also in the band. I'm also in the band called Johnny Kilroy.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
the main singer for the band too.
Really? That's
Yes.
dope. I didn't know
So
this.
yeah.
Okay,
So
nice.
I'm out here trying to get it.
Right.
But yeah. So I'm in the band, and we went to Ohio. If my manager's watching, he gonna get me because I don't remember it. I don't remember exactly, but whatever. But we were out of state,
Okay.
and this is before I signed with the label I'm on and everything. But I was definitely heavily pregnant. And I got on that stage and I sang, and then I got off, and then I remember there was another time again I was heavily pregnant. Ooh, I was heavily pregnant.
Like 7, 8 months?
I was.
Oh, wow.
I was. And we performed somewhere in the city. But the way that I did it was like I had, and maybe this is where I found the love for like doing this
Yeah.
with the, in my little tomboy thing. So I had one on and I tied it up at the bottom, so it was just kind of hanging. I always wear black shirts with it, just like I'm doing now. Gotta hide the pull that up.
You look good. You
Um,
had.
but yeah, I was pregnant performing while I was doing my album chapters. I was pregnant then and
Wow.
in the studio recording. Um, it was one time where I was in the studio and I had a bad habit of I would start burping and belching, and it was kind of like the baby was like, "Hey, okay, I'm done. Like, no more. Go to bed."
You
Type
mean
deal.
while you performing?
No, well, while I was in the studio, so
Oh,
I was
okay.
trying to get some work done
Yeah.
because I went to Ohio to do it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in the studio. I'm gonna do this, and it was at night, and I knew I was tired, but I was like, no, I'm gonna get this done. I got this. Started belching, and then he was looking like manager was looking at me like, "You okay?" I said, "No, I'm good. We got this. Let's go." Belch again. He was like, "Hey, I'm fine. Let me do this." Did it again. He was like, no, go to bed." I said, "Okay, fine."
Where does this work ethic come from?
Um, so I didn't have, my dad while I was growing up.
Okay.
I actually didn't really get a relationship with my dad until close to when my mom passed.
Okay.
But the thing is, I found my siblings on Facebook. Yeah. So I am one of those stories. Yeah, I found my
Really?
siblings on Facebook. Um, and after my mom passed, I told my dad like, look, either you gonna step up or I'm being an orphan. Your choice.
Mm.
Pick one.
Mm.
And so because my mom was a single mom and she did marry, but she ended up getting divorced again too. But I always saw her move. She always made sure we had a way.
Yeah.
She always made sure we
Yeah.
were straight, we were good.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, okay, I can have as many excuses as I want to, but if I know that I can do something, I'm gonna do it. And that's a gift and a curse because sometimes I do need to sit my butt down. But I just
It's hard.
it's
Yeah.
it's very hard for
Yeah.
me to do that.
Yeah. When you grow up seeing something like that, I don't think I have it that bad. Where I can't get pregnant, but if my foot was broke, I wouldn't.
Man, look,
If
I was
my
up
foot
there.
was broke, I'm going to sit down.
That was my lemon pepper stepper. Okay. I was stepping with the big dogs in that boot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I did a
you,
few shows with that boot on.
how did your mom's passing? Because you brought it up a couple
Cancer.
times, huh?
Cancer. Mom had cancer. Um, Oddly enough, I just came out in February with the fact that I had the same cancer my mom had.
Really?
Mhm. And they got it off of me,
Okay.
thank goodness. But um, it didn't hit me until this year, and it's been 2 years for
Mm.
me.
Mm.
Um, I was so messed up about it that I forgot I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell my grandmother.
Really?
And my mom was the only child, so in conversation last year when found out about the heart murmur and stuff like that was going on with me and other stuff. um I was just talking like, I gotta go get checked out. I gotta make sure the cancer didn't come back. She said cancer. I said, oh shit, I gotta go. And she was like, no, run that back.
Right. You ain't just gonna skip over
I was
that.
like, oh.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell people in my label. It's why would I want to tell people I ended up getting the same cancer my mom passed from?
Yeah.
Um,
Did you even want to accept it?
I did not.
Yeah.
I did not. I didn't even know how to deal with it. I know when it first started because it was right on my shoulder,
Hmm.
and when it first started, um, I had a birthmark there, a mole there, and it started getting bumpy and just really itching, really really bad. I'm like,
Mm.
what the heck is going on? And so my grandma, she kept bugging me about it, like, hey, go get that checked out. I'm fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then I finally was like, okay, I can't deal with this itching no more, so let me go. And I went, and my doctor took one look at it. She was like, you're going to this doctor. I'm actually going to let him know he needs to get you in now, and you're going to go and do that. And so I went over there, and he did a biopsy, and he was like, well, what is your history like? And I told him. And the one thing, and I know he didn't mean anything by it, but it's one of those things where I wish doctors could read the room.
Yeah.
And he was like, had your mom been able to hold on, just a few more years, we probably would have saved
Thanks, man.
her.
Right, yo. Gee, thanks.
Everything in me
Right.
wanted to be like, bitch.
Right. Right. Right.
I'll kick
Right.
your ass in this face
Yeah,
right now.
right. Yeah,
How
because
dare you?
let's go back in time and make it
Like,
happen. Yeah.
how dare you?
I'm dealing with my own stuff and now you gonna bring that up. Yeah, that's
But
hard. Yeah.
it, you know, I I didn't want to deal with it, and they did the biopsy, and then he was like, "Yeah, we need to remove all of that because that cancer is forming in there, so we have to remove all of it." Okay, that's fine, whatever.
What cancer is it or what type of
Melanoma.
melanoma? Huh.
Melanoma. And so he removed it, and I was good, and I went back and got checked out because the same spot had started itching again.
Okay.
And so when I went back and got it checked out, they gave me, something to rub on it. And I'm like, okay, well, if this doesn't work, then because of keloided,
Hmm.
you don't have a lot of skin on your shoulder.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're like, if this doesn't work, then we're going to have to go in with the needle and inject something in you and see. And if that doesn't work, then we got to go back in and see, did it come back? And it didn't come back. Thank
Thank
goodness.
God, yeah.
But I struggle with saying that I have to say CS because I can't say the two words together.
Cancer survivor.
I can't say that. Makes me twinge.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until I was talking to D2G, and he was like, "Yo, you have survivor's guilt, and you really need to like work on that."
Cause your
And
mom,
yeah,
yeah.
because like, why her? And you know,
Why do I get to
mhm.
stay around? Did you go through chemo and all of that?
I did not. I
You
didn't
didn't
have
have
to.
to go through chemo and all of that.
I
That
did not.
that probably saved you from a lot of heartache and
It did.
yeah.
It did, but I think that also caused the whole, why did they catch mine? And
Yeah.
why were they able to remove mine?
Yeah.
And, they caught hers and I thought they removed hers, but hers came back. So like like what's up?
Yeah.
Um and it was like, don't look at it like that. Like, why not you?
Yeah. Why not you? Yeah.
And so I am still dealing with that.
Yeah.
I am still working through my own feelings
Mhm.
when it comes to that. But yeah, that is
Wow, that's so. My mom, I don't know if you've seen anything that I put on Facebook, but my
Mm-hmm.
mom had she caught hers early. It was breast cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and with everything that I was going through in life, I mean, I say everything because it just seemed like I was just going through a series of losses, and oh man, what had happened? I think my car. I found out I was going through divorce, and I just said, forget it. Like, forget it about life, period. Like, I just
Mm-hmm.
started being reckless and
Mm-hmm.
reckless as in like, oh, a bill? I ain't paying that. Let's go turn up.
Look,
So I was still, the money was still there. So my car
I
got
get it.
repoed. I
I
literally,
get it.
my car got repoed and I went back the next day and got it. And they was like, people usually don't do this. I was like, yeah, man, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. I just,
No, I get it. I get it. I
yeah.
went through a whole period after my mom passed.
Mm.
I went through a whole. I was a functioning alcoholic.
Really?
I was.
Wow.
I was drinking every single day, going out every single weekend.
Mm.
Um, Funny enough, I swear I'm not crazy. Funny enough, one weekend though, I went to it was a spot called In Laws, and I went there with my girls. In the party like normal. But I went to the bathroom, came back out. I was waiting for two of my girls to come out the bathroom, and there's one lady. She walked past me, and it was like it was like she ran into a wall or something because she stopped and she looked at me. And so I'm just looking like, hey,
Yeah.
I don't know you, but hey. And then she just kept looking at me. So at this point now, I'm like, all right, what's up? Because stop. And she said, your mom said go home. Oh, because you want your ass beaten this way.
Right.
Okay, bet.
Right.
That's future.
I've been drinking.
What?
I don't want to talk about this.
She said, your mom said go home. She said, I'm not crazy. I promise you I'm not crazy. But your mom said go home and stop this. And she started to describe a necklace that my mom had given me that I had lost in the Bahamas. I was wearing it. It was a teardrop necklace, and I had lost it in the Bahamas in the ocean. And it was like my favorite necklace. I was so pissed off that I lost it.
Yeah.
And so she started describing that to me. And when she started describing that to me, because mind you, I don't know this one from Adam or Eve. So she started describing that, and I just broke.
Wow.
Like I just completely broke down. And she was like, your mom said you need to stop this and go home. She was like, she's fine. She's happy. She's cool. She's proud of you. You doing what you're supposed to be doing, but you gotta stop.
Wow.
You have to stop and you gotta go. And that sobered me up real quick. So
Yeah.
there I did not touch a drink for a very long time.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
So you went from drinking every day to that occurrence to
That
you just
sobered the hell out of me.
yeah.
because at that point it's like, oh, my mom was watching me. Oh,
Yeah, right.
my bad, dog. Okay,
Right.
I'm gonna go home right now.
I don't want her to see
Sorry.
me like this.
I'm going home right now.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm glad that you made it out of that period in your life. Uh and you seem to be okay to talk about it now.
Now, yes,
Yeah.
it took years.
How
I stopped doing music after she passed.
really?
Mhm.
How long ago was this?
It was 12 years ago.
12 years ago. So did you already have kids? Were you what was
No,
really? So you didn't have kids. Were you married or in a relationship? No.
I was in a relationship. I was in an abusive relationship though at that time. I'm telling you, I've been through some stuff, man.
I just, you know, I'm on a relationship podcast, and I don't feel bad because like we're in 2024, and I'm not gonna ask you this question because you are such a sweetheart. I don't know, you could have been going through some things, but I said on that relationship podcast that I'm gonna start asking people like, I want to know the whole story, like what you do, but I don't
No,
like.
hey, you can. I thought I was in love,
Mm-hmm.
and I just I knew I did not need to be there.
Yeah.
What should have been a wake up call for me was I got into a fight with him right before going to go see my mother at the cancer hospital.
Mm.
And I had to get in the car with my grandmother. And so she saw
Like
it. And yeah,
y'all was boxing.
yeah.
Okay.
And she saw it. And she was like, we finna do this. No, I got it. I'm good. I got this. I got to the hospital. My mom was in the bed. It was to the point where they had to give me like an ice pack and they had to check on me. And I understood. I didn't understand really, but I saw, when they say, there's fire in somebody's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I'd ever seen fire in my mom's eyes, like to a full extent.
How sick was she at the time?
She was very sick at that
Really?
time. That cancer was, I want to say she didn't have hair. She had been going through chemo, she was going through radiation. She was actually staying at the hospital and she was in Chicago.
Mm.
Um, and so it was one of those, had she been able to get out that bed,
She would have broke old boy off, huh?
oh boy, would have been unalived real quick. Okay. I mentioned my mom was in the army. She retired from Army 21 plus years.
Wow.
So yeah, he would have been unalived.
Yeah.
But I should have. You're in the hospital and they trying to take care of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should have did that there. And then even after she passed, I didn't care about my life clearly. And there were a couple of times where I told him, you clearly want to kill me, so just go ahead and do it. Like, I'm not going to stop you. Just go ahead.
So you stayed with him after that?
I did, because I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't care. And it was like, you want to kill me? Go ahead. I don't care. And you wouldn't do it. So it's like, when I don't want you to, you try. But when I want you to, like, you just pick a struggle. Pick one.
Yeah, I can't even start to understand uh why somebody would abuse a woman, why a man would abuse a woman. I can't even begin to understand why. I mean, I do understand that there are situations where women will, when I say provoke a man, God, this sounds horrible. I mean, like poke at him, or like
It's
she's hitting
honest
him, or
though.
but I don't understand how a man could just beat on a woman. Like fights, okay, fights happen, but that I can't, especially if you're talking about he was beating you like that.
It it was interesting. He did almost succeed in killing me twice. One of the times he had actually held me hostage. Like I was trying to break up with him, and literally he was like, "I just want to go get my stuff." Okay, cool. You can get your stuff, but you can't be there when I let you when I unlock the apartment. Like I'll go and I'll unlock the apartment. You just can't be there when I get there. I took a friend with me and walked into the place. Thought I was just gonna go ahead and unlock it and leave, and he ambushed me and he picked me up and he carried me into the house. I had two pit bulls at that time, and they saw me struggling, and I'm like kicking, and I'm telling my friend like, "Hey, run!" Like I'm screaming like, "Run! Get out of here!" You know. And my pit bulls, they latched onto him. It was interesting. That was a whole thing.
Really,
That
they
was a that was
did
a
they
whole
tear
thing.
him up?
They tried to.
Really? Wow.
Oh, they tried to. I love.
He got to be real wild to be beating you in front of two pit bulls. Like
Well,
you.
what he did was he took me into the bedroom and he closed the door, and you
Okay.
could hear the dog scratching at the door trying to
Yeah.
get into the room.
Yeah.
Um, I remember him choking me, and then I remember waking up and everything being extremely foggy.
Mm.
Um, and I remember just someone was just like, "Fight! You gotta fight! You gotta wake up! You're gonna die! You gotta wake up! You gotta fight!" And so I remember kicking him as hard as I could, and I apparently kicked him where it hurt.
Yeah.
And I was able to get up and run, and no shoes, ripped shirt, ran downstairs, ran next door. There was a restaurant called Cheryl's there. It just so happened an off-duty officer was coming in with his um, girlfriend or spouse or whoever she was,
Mm.
and I'm just crying like, call the police, like help me. And the guy, he was like, I am the police, what's going on? And so I told him, idiot tried to get away in my car. Like, what's wrong with you? If you don't get away, choose a different
Right.
method. Don't steal my car.
Wow.
Tried to get away in my car. Cops obviously grabbed him real quick.
Yeah.
Because the guy, he got on his cell phone real quick. Like he looked at me and he was like, "What's going on?" But he was taking out his cell phone. Wow. Whatever else. And then my friend came around the corner. She came in and she trying to tell him what happened. I'm just boo-hooing. And cops picked him up. Found out later on, he told the cops like he thought he had killed me. Like, because I wasn't moving, I wasn't breathing or nothing. And he told the cops like, yeah, I thought I killed her. I was like, oh,
I can't
good to
even
know.
breathe over here. I'm sitting
Good
there.
to know.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm listening to them back there. They can't breathe. Just
I am
just
literally purposely not looking at them right now
just
because I'm seeing the little movements. I'm like, hey,
wow.
look, I done been through some stuff. I can talk about it now. I can smile about it now because everything that I've been through, everything that has transpired in my life has led me here. I have a saying that I say, through the storms of my past come the beauty of my music, or through the storms of my pain come the beauty of my music. I'm gonna
Man.
get that tattooed on me too.
Yeah.
But I created that saying for myself, and I would just keep telling myself that,
Yeah.
I'm going through this, and it's fine. And even for my album chapters, everything that's on the album is either something that I've gone through or something I was going through in that moment.
Yeah.
Um, Separation, and heartache, betrayal, all that. Like I put in that album.
That's dope. That's dope. We got to make it around to your music. We got the one video queued up. I just wanted
Oh,
to.
y'all got
I
the
just
heathen video.
I just it's cool,
Jesus.
that's Ty Reneé. I do want to say this, that it's this saying. I was actually sitting right here and I was just thinking of everything that's transpired over the past, maybe it's probably been 5 years.
Mhm.
It's probably been 5 years. Man, you know, kind of. it's people watching, but I mean it's fine. I think it's
Yeah.
okay now. I think it's out. It's out. But uh I started my podcast off saying that my house got shot at. And that kind of changed
Mm.
my life. From there, it was just a series. I can't even remember everything that happened.
Mm.
Just a series of losing people to my daughter tried to take her life.
Mm.
And that's my heart. That's my heart. If that would have happened, I don't know.
Mm.
I do know. I know that God would have pulled me through, but I'm happy that it didn't happen, and I'm happy
Amen.
to say that she's doing amazing today.
Amen.
She's cool.
Yeah.
To just the divorce I talked about, to just
Mhm.
things, all kinds of things happening in my life, and I and the theme that I had to keep reminding myself is that this is where I'm at. This is not who I am.
Yeah.
And I kept repeating that to myself, and I didn't even realize that I was repeating it to myself. But I sat here the other day, and and as I'm coming out of that period in my life, I just thought of that. Like, this is where I'm at, and man,
Mhm.
look, man, I've got to look at the camera when I say this. If you are going through a hard time, you sit here listening to a story that she here.
I am.
She
I'm
is
still
here.
here.
She's live, and don't think that it's the end. This is where you are in life. This is not
Yeah.
who you are. Uh, don't accept that for who you are. Just because
Mhm.
you're in a homeless state doesn't mean that you are
Mhm.
homeless in your mind, in your heart. Just because you're in a abusive relationship don't mean that that's who you are. Just somebody
Mhm.
that's supposed to get beat their whole life. Just because you are whatever, man. Just because you might be incarcerated, just because you locked up, don't mean that that's who you are.
Yeah.
Don't let these things define you and who you are. This show is for this.
Mhm.
Is for this. Man, you are amazing.
Thank you.
You are amazing to make it. I mean, you made it.
I
You
did.
made it, and
I'm
yeah,
still making it.
you still making it.
I'm still having my struggles. Like I said,
Yeah,
they're the separation and
yeah.
all that. So I mean, but the thing is, like, I do this thing called Tidbit Thursday every Thursday,
Mm,
and I try and uplift and everything I say on Tidbit Thursday is stuff that I've actually gone through.
okay.
And you know, I can have people who will try and keep me where I was and what I did and try and put their own spin on my life and, oh, well, she did this and she did that. And before I used to be like, no, I didn't, da, 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 da. And now I'm just like, okay, I did. Tell me more.
Yeah,
Like, let me know what I did. Oh,
yeah,
okay. And when did that happen? Okay, cool. Um, and now it's like, believe what you want.
yeah.
Believe what you want. Because a lot of things that happen to us, we stay bound by, but we keep ourselves there on
Man,
our own.
yeah,
We create our own prison in our mind.
yes,
And I had to learn to stop doing that. If I want to get out of jail, I have to realize that I'm worth getting out of jail.
yeah.
I need to forgive myself. I
Hmm.
need to give myself grace. Like, yeah, I fell and I fell and I fell and I fell. But my one of my best friends, Brandy, she's like, dude, you're bamboo. And I'm like, what?
Resilient.
The heck?
bamboo is
Bamboo?
bamboo is
Yeah. And she was
is
like, if you think about it, bamboo don't break.
no. You can bend
Bamboo
it.
does not break.
You can bend it. You can't
you
break
you
no
you
bamboo.
you, you bend it. There may be
You
pieces
could.
that are chipped off and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And in one of my videos, I was like, you know what, I actually had to break those.
Mm.
I had to meet the most volatile, broken, battered, bruised, torn, just horrible person that I have ever been. But I had to meet her because if I had not met her, I wouldn't know the person that I am now. I
Mm.
wouldn't know the resiliency that I have now.
Mm.
I wouldn't have the confidence that I have now. I wouldn't have the strength that I have now. I wouldn't have the mindset that I have now. So sometimes, it's okay to break.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to break.
Mhm.
If you think about someone that does pottery, if they look and they're doing the pottery, and if they see air bubbles
She
in
preaching.
there, they're going to smash it again because if you got the air bubbles in there, it's not going to be as sturdy as it
Mm,
needs to. It's not going to have that sturdy foundation.
mm,
My foundation was broken. It was cracked.
mm,
There were pieces missing.
mm.
So I had to demolish myself. God had to demolish me, and I had to let Him demolish me.
Yeah.
So that way He can build me back up in His image and actually show me, hey, you ain't her, you're her. So now let's do this. Let's make you her. Let's make you bamboo. Let's get you stronger. You can get chipped, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But we gonna build you back up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good disclaimer to throw in there because sometimes you do need to break. You need to
Yeah,
break.
you
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 need
have
to
to.
be terrible
You
and
have
then
to.
break it, start over again,
Yeah,
remake it.
you
So
have
there
to.
is a breaking, but I'm talking about like you got people, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It didn't just end. That's not the end. That was not the end of your
No,
story. That was
absolutely. And
not the
even
end of
someone
your
that's
story.
still in their situation, even
Yeah.
someone that may still be in an abusive relationship, if someone is still, addicted to whatever their vice is,
Mm,
that's not, that's only your story if you want it to be your story.
right. Right.
If you want it
Yeah.
to be your story, then
Yeah.
hey, baby, that's your story.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to end there. You may not be ready to get out of your mental prison yet. And it's okay because there are some people who will get out of jail and they'll purposely do something to go back in because they weren't ready to get out there yet. They weren't ready mentally,
Yeah.
and it messes with them.
Yeah.
That's also why some people commit suicide because they can't handle it. You know when you're ready. You
Yeah.
know when it's
Yeah.
time for you. Once you get sick and tired of being sick and tired,
Hmm.
you're ready.
I think people need to understand that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's
Yeah.
okay. I going through this period of my life. I just started telling people because I got sick of trying to be strong. I just started
Hmm.
telling people, "Hey man, I'm not okay."
Yeah.
Like so,
That needs
with
to be
that being
normalized. Saying I'm
said,
not okay.
I'm not okay, and I'm okay with not being okay,
Yeah,
and that helps me live every day. I have still have to tell myself now, it's okay to be the bad guy.
absolutely,
It's okay for me. For
absolutely.
me, if you want to, if like a lot of people will disagree with me because they say, I gotta take up for my name and I gotta stand up for my name. I'm like this, man. Say what you want to say about
Not
me because you're
always.
gonna say it anyway.
Not
Yeah,
always.
and I'm okay if that's what you think that I am. Then
Yeah,
I'm okay with
th-
you thinking that because I'm
that's
sick of fighting, and
exactly. That's
I'm
exactly what
okay
I
with
am.
not being okay. I might have done what you said.
Right,
I
right.
might have done if you said I did it. I might have done it,
Look,
and
and
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because from there, I just I was in a conversation with somebody and I told them, why don't this person just be the terrible person that they are? Because I said because I hate fakes.
mhm,
So just if you're terrible, just be terrible because you can only get better once you got to be bad. There is no good without bad. So you got to be
exactly,
bad to be good.
exactly,
So if you're a
exactly.
terrible person right now, just embrace your terribleness and just be terrible. And
No,
hopefully
really,
tomorrow is a new day and
no,
you can be
really,
better. But don't
no.
be lying about it. Don't lie about being terrible and try to put on the front about being
Look,
who you are. Like you said, Ron, I drank every day.
I
You
sure
said
did.
I was a functioning
I was
alcoholic.
drinking
Yeah.
bottles. They
Yes.
was good to me. Okay, they was my
You ain't
best
sitting up
friends.
here trying to lie and trying to say
Yeah,
like, I drank a little bit to make it through my problems.
right. Cause
You
for
said I
what?
drank every day.
Cause, cause for what? What for what?
Right.
I got enough. You gonna have enough people in your life lying on you. So what you need to lie on you for?
Hmm.
Why would you lie on you?
Yeah.
You got enough
Tell the
people
truth.
lying on you anyway. And my thing is, look, if you gonna lie on me, at least make it good. Make it a good lie.
Right.
Make it something
Right.
I can be like, maybe I did.
Right.
Maybe let me think. Like, I actually may have done that. Hold on. Or if you're gonna say what I did, tell the whole story because you leaving out good parts of that story.
Right.
Tell the whole thing.
My
But no one can tell your story like you can.
like
No.
you can.
At
Right.
the end of the day,
That's it.
nobody can tell your story like
That's
you
it.
can.
My grandmother had a saying like she would it wasn't a saying, she was just telling the truth, but somebody would tell her what she said. She said, "Yeah, I said it."
I did. I do that.
I thought she was about to refute the story. She said,
Nope,
"No, yeah, I said it."
nope. I do that too. Yep, I
Right?
said that.
I said
Yep,
that.
I did that.
I said that.
I
Yeah, I
did
said
that. I had
that.
someone that tried to say, "Oh, well, you sent this person messages about me. You sent that person messages about me, and you could have created an app because it wasn't from my number. It wasn't from none of my social media handles." And so I was like, "Was it from my number? Was my name attached to it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, then why would I send it? Because if I'm gonna send you something, you gonna know I sent it.
Right.
You gonna know. Yep, I did, and I meant what I said, and I'll say it again. Be no problem. I sure did. So
Shout out to my man Vicious that come in. You don't know Vicious, but he tapping into the VNO. We
hey,
just
bro.
I say we, but him more than me. We just lost somebody a couple weeks ago. She actually was on the show. Yeah, she was on this show, and man, shout out to you, bro. I mad love for you, man. And we're gonna do this podcast. You trying to avoid me, but
What you
we're
running
gonna do
for?
it. What you running for?
What you running?
we're gonna
Stop
do
running.
we're gonna sit down and do this podcast. He has a podcast that's going to be coming out. It's called Socially Inept.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is it
Okay.
socially inept? Is it the socially vicious? Come through and tell me if I'm saying it right, but I think is it socially inept podcast? But yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. But
I
shout out to you. I just had to
like
give
it.
a shout
I
out to him.
love it.
Before we get too far, because I will get too far. We already far.
Oh,
Cue up
I'm
that video.
sorry.
Cue up that Ty Reneé.
Y'all put the babies to bed. Close your eyes.
You want me to get it, or you got it? One down. That one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, amen.
Go up one. That one.
I'm gonna make you work for it, baby. I'm gonna make you work for it, and you gon' get what you working for. Get what you working for. And I'm gonna make you work for it, baby. I'm gonna make you work for it, and you gon' get what you working for. Get what you working for.
You did a whole split on that bed.
I don't remember doing that.
I feel Granny. I feel your grandmama too. Like
I had my friends like, did you do a split?
you did. Look, I was just sitting there. I watched the video before, and I'm sitting there looking. I said, she did a whole split. Where are the leg at?
I don't remember.
I'm just gonna mind my own business over here.
Let me play something. Okay, I was inebriated.
Boy, I wear Jordans.
I was inebriated. That woman was not me.
And she bounced a little bit.
That was a clone. Okay.
Show them your Jordans so they know that ain't.
You know? Okay.
You got on the one. She got on black. You know
I
what?
do.
Are those black Air Force Ones?
Okay, first of all, hold on. First of all, let me clear this up right now. We finna clear this up right now. Okay. These are the shiny ones.
Black Air Force Ones. That was her on that bed that was doing that split and bouncing up and down.
These are no, because what's so funny is most be like, are you wearing black forces? Who you finna go fight? No, these are the shiny ones. These are not the matte ones, okay? The shiny ones, you don't fight in the shiny ones, okay? Now, if something pops off, then, and you have the black shiny ones, then, you take those off.
I'm taking Ty Reneé with me to the fight.
You don't. But I do have the matte ones at home, and I have a few wigs, and all black.
She said I got
it. So, if you need,
look,
because
Vita, what's up?
I may or may not have been a bit angry.
You just said you had 2 pit bulls too. You skipped right over that. Now the pit bulls, I'm glad they were there for the situation, but why you had 2 pit bulls and wearing black Air Force Ones?
I may.
Y'all, Ty Reneé is a thug.
I may or may not have been a thug in a previous life.
Trick was singing about her.
Okay, just look.
Wow.
Yes, and did. I was out here. I
Wow.
told a couple of teachers, you need to go get your dick sucked, and you need to get some of it. You tell me when I got anger issues, but until then, leave me the fuck alone. I sure did. I was that one. I did. And
Yo.
I was, and but God.
I look right.
I'm
Right.
still in transition though. I have not transitioned. I'm still, transitioning.
We
So
all are. Don't let nobody fool you.
if provoked,
She got on these ones.
let's not provoke. Okay, let's not.
She
People
got
found
on
out
these
last year what
ones.
happens when I get provoked. Let's not provoke.
What'd you do last year?
It's something when you have about 4 or 5 different people trying to sit on your lap to keep
Oh.
you from going towards someone, and you still go ahead and get up like it's feathers, and you still go ahead and was like, I know, and I'm just
no. You know what? We all have these. We are all so multi-layered because I find myself like if you saw me in certain environments, you probably wouldn't know me. Like you would be like, why is that?
I had some it was like, hey, no, get her outside now. Like
I couldn't imagine.
Muzz was on the phone like, no, do I need to come get her? Because what you don't understand is if you let her stay there, this ain't gonna end well. Like y'all need to get her. Y'all need to get her out now. I don't get
So
that often.
she came in here all private and proper when we was going through our troubleshoots. And look, this I love the like I said, the multi dimensions of human beings. You sat here and you prayed, and I didn't even notice you prayed in them black ones.
I did. They're the shiny ones though. They're not the matte ones. I was. Sometimes you gotta hug. Sometimes you gotta hold yourself. Sometimes you give yourself the best hugs. That's why I be rocking it.
Man.
Give yourself the best hugs.
I love it. And we didn't talk. We talked a lot of life, and I'm gonna let you go here in a second. We talked a lot of and I love because everybody knows you, Ty Reneé, the artist, the singer, but the story that they don't get is all of that, all of that, and man, you a warrior. You deserve to wear black Air Force Ones.
Thank you. And I look good in them too, y'all. I'm just saying.
You do. I'm not gonna start. I'm going through a toxic stage in my life.
You know what? Everyone has toxicity in them, though. I got some toxicity in me now.
Yeah.
I sure do.
Jeff did a relationship roundtable. It was like a live relationship roundtable, and I got up on that microphone and I told these women, I said, "Don't mess with me."
Dang, I should have been a part of that.
I said, "Don't even come over and try to talk to me." I said, "It's bad out here. I'm bad." I said, "I'm just,
Look,
you don't."
I am going through my own transition. I know we talked about it earlier, but I'm going through my own transition.
Yeah.
So I'm leave it there.
Okay.
Just know I'm going through my own transition.
I get it. Yeah, I know that language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get it.
It's a journey, man.
Yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey.
This music thing is a journey. This life thing is a journey. But one thing's for sure, you're gonna walk it.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
You're
No matter what.
To walk it, even if you try and be stubborn, like, oh, I'm not moving.
Life will make you move. Look.
That's what you think.
Look, that's what I said when my car got repoed. I thought everything was jiggy. I thought I'd just be able to sit there and not do nothing, just be toxic. And I swear, y'all bogus. I started my car on the app, and it showed it started, and it showed it was sitting right outside my house. But that's just one of those things where, like, yeah, you could think
Yeah.
you're not gonna move.
Think
I
you're
went
not gonna move.
outside and I had to move. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, where
You can
am I? Somebody
thank you not to move, but baby, you gonna move, and then you do have those moments where you have to stand still. I just did a tidbit Thursday on it too. Like, okay, so are you done trying to find your answer yet? Because the thing is, you looking for the answer, but you need to stop looking for the answer. Sometimes you have to stay still for that answer to come to you. Now, granted, you're still moving. Let's be very clear. You are still moving, but what you're not searching for something that you shouldn't be searching for. Or you have those moments where you're looking for it and it already came to you, but you don't like the answer. And so you looking for another one. Baby, you're not going to get another answer. It's going to be that same answer. So you might as well just get over it.
Yep. Might as well get over it and live with it.
Exactly.
And live with it.
Get over it.
And live with it. I going through therapy. I need to get another therapist, but going through therapy, my therapist specialized in trauma therapy. A part of trauma therapy is this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is bro, it's not gonna be nothing different.
I am
This
an
is
advocate for
live life
therapy.
for what it is because and with him, he did a residency over on the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of people that have gone through so much trauma
Yeah.
that live that way. And they with he had people that had lost whole households of people, everybody gone. You know what I mean? Through violence or natural causes or whatever. And he would have to go in that room and be like, hey bro, they're gone. They gone. Like, so you can either choose to believe that and live or not believe it and try to live, but you ain't gonna be able to live. You just have to accept it for what it is. And yeah, you just existing. You're not living. And part of what he would tell me was like, yeah, Ron, but this is what it is. Just accept it, sit down. You ain't gonna get no other answer. Like you said, ain't no other answer, bro. This is the answer.
Yeah.
The answer is what you see before you.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
What it is, and I had to accept that. And I do. You are able to move.
Yeah.
If you sit there, like you said, just sit there. Don't try to change the answer. You're not gonna change reality. It's called reality. For a reason. This is what's real.
And not that TV reality stuff either.
Yeah. No,
it's the
fake
real.
reality.
Not the TV reality.
That's not reality.
Okay. It's this real deal thing.
Yeah, that's fake. Oh, Ty Reneé, you have touched my heart.
Yay.
You have touched my heart. We weren't able to queue up your other video. Do you want me to show the other video that you got? I could walk over here.
You can?
Yeah, I could try to queue that up. While I'm doing that, can you tell them your social media?
Sure. So, you can find me everywhere at Ty Reneé Music. Best producers ever. Bad. That's Big Bro right there. Actually work for it, and maybe I'm ready. He produced those two tracks, and those two tracks are tracks that people absolutely love, especially Work for It for the obvious reasons.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. But major shout out to him. Shout out to Johnny Kilroy, the band I'm in. And yeah, I am literally what you see is what you get.
Does your band live music?
We do.
You gotta let us know when
We do.
I love live music.
We are actually working on. Oh, thank you, because you know your girl's brain ain't got it all. This Saturday.
Shut up.
This Saturday, your girl got a music video that we are shooting this Saturday. It's going to be at the Millionaire's Mansion from 2 to 6. I think it's 1645 North Cicero Avenue in Chicago. And it's going to be for the single Shut It Down. Already out now on all streaming platforms everywhere. It's Bad featuring Ty Reneé, Shaky, and Teresa De Niro. It's called Shut It Down. But we're doing the music video for it this Saturday, 2 to 6, Millionaire's Mansion. I'm going to be posting that everywhere. So if you can, baby, come on out.
Pull up.
You know, please pull up on me and shut it down. Get your sexy back. You know, get the good clothes. So, you know, we can go ahead and shoot this thing real quick. And then on April 19th, I'm posting that too, but I'm going to be doing a birthday bash for my girl Erica Denise. I'm going to be hosting it as well as performing, and that is going to be live band as well. So actually, definitely, if you want to come out to that, you absolutely can. That's going to be in Chicago as well. Um, and the band that I'm in now, Johnny Kilroy, we're actually rehearsing to do a live show or a I told you my brain don't work. A live recording. We're doing a live recording. So be looking out for that. I got some new music that's going to be dropping this summer. I have my sophomore album, Chapters Part 2. That's going to be dropping next year. And yeah, I'm out here trying to get it.
Yes,
Out
yes,
here trying to get it.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think we might have it. Let me see.
Oh Lord. Oh, we may have it. Jesus. Oh, let's see. Ooh, that's the first one.
That's what you were just telling us about, right, DTG?
Yes, yes, my bro's in there. Y'all even get to see a glimpse of my son doing his little breakdance and stuff in
Really?
it. Yes, we purposely wanted that video to be just fun. I wanted that video to be just fun. That was my very first music video ever, and actually, that video I had just had my last baby. Had her in April. That video was shot in June, I want to say. So I had her two months.
Wow with it. Black Air Force Ones.
Yeah, I had
shiny black Air Force.
right. Get it right. It's not the matte ones. It's shiny ones. But yeah, I did that music video 2 months after I had my third baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to be out here and get it, man. I'm telling you. I'm trying.
Look, being what you know, we are ordinary people with extraordinary stories, man. If y'all have missed a story, you have missed if you think you can't live another day, run this back. Run it back. If you think that that life is just too hard, run it back. Take this. It's on YouTube. She got it on her Facebook page.
I do.
Yeah, go to my Facebook page and run this one back. Because if you think that you can't make it another day,
child, that ain't even half of it.
Miss Ty Reneé, we just started. Hey, this is the Vibe Studios.
I love it.
We just started.
I love this.
Myself, B&O Podcast. B&O is a brand. B&O Productions.
Yes.
Myself, Mary Selena K, who is a brand in herself.
Amen.
Smooth Wallace, who is a brand in himself.
Amen. Saints and
and
names.
Life Coach Jeff will redirect, regroup, and refocus, who is a brand all by himself.
Amen.
We have joined together and created the Fantastic Four.
Oh, come on now.
And we call ourselves The Vibe, and this is the Vibe Studios. We create.
It is.
That's what we do. We don't even or as Mary says, we recreate.
Oh, come on, recreation. The vibe is amazing. I love it, y'all. They gave me water. They said, "Was I good? Did I need anything?" Come on today.
Part of being at the Vibe Studios is you got to sign the board.
Oh, I would love to sign the board.
You have to sign the board. Trouble and Trost signed it. Here, let me move my chair over for a second. Trouble and Trost signed it last week.
Y'all, these are satin sheets.
Y'all, Jeff, can you help me out? Out the way, bro.
Let me explain something to y'all. These,
I'm gonna take it this way.
Them things feel satin. Them things feel satin. They feel all nice and soft and stuff. Oh, y'all got money.
We got the Vibe Studios.
Y'all got money. Them things were soft.
We got Trost. We got Trouble.
Oh, wait, hold on.
All four of us. You are.
I gotta suck in. Hold on.
Next one up.
Suck in when I do this. Oh, let me. Okay, let me.
Wherever you want to sign it at.
Oh, y'all got purple. My
Yeah,
favorite color, purple, y'all. Okay, so we gonna do this here.
Ooh. She fancy, huh?
I miss, cause I gotta give y'all that,
Ms.
that
Ty Reneé,
fancy
you are
signature.
simply amazing. Thank you so
Am I
much
sucking in? Okay,
for a great conversation. I'm gonna hug you on
oh
camera.
yeah.
Thank you, thank you,
Ooh,
thank
hugs.
you.
We
I
love
appreciate you.
hugs.
Y'all being know what you know, we are ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Yes.